Stop scrolling and listen to today's Arcturian Council message. Starseeds. You're not just gaining abundance, you're imprinting a legacy that ripple through bloodlines, timelines, and dimensions you haven't even visited yet. This is not a gentle message, and it was never meant to be. If you feel a tightening in your chest, or a sudden alertness in your body right now, that's because this transmission bypasses comfort and goes straight to truth. The Arcturian Council is clear. Many of you have been sleepwalking through your own magnitude. You've been told to be patient, to wait your turn, to heal a little more first, while entire realities are literally queued behind your decision to fully step forward. This message shocks because it exposes a lie you were taught to survive, that your power must be earned slowly, painfully, or with permission. That lie ends now. You are not early. You are not late. You are activated precisely because the collapse and the creation are happening simultaneously, and you were designed to stand in both. The moment you claim abundance is not about money, success, or recognition. It is about anchoring a frequency that stabilizes worlds. Yes, worlds. If that sounds overwhelming, good, because small thinking no longer fits the soul you've grown into. Type, I am ready to claim this message. The Arcturian Council speaks now of memory, ancient memory stored not in your mind, but in your cells. Many of you have felt it. Sudden waves of emotion with no story attached, déjà vu, that makes your knees weak, dreams that feel more real than waking life. These are not random, they are reminders. You have done this before. You have stood at the edge of planetary shifts and chosen love over fear, expansion over collapse. What's shocking is not that Earth is changing, it's that you volunteered to forget who you are in order to do this work from the inside. That forgetting was the sacrifice. This remembering is the reward. Abundance flows now because your nervous system is finally capable of holding it without self-destruction. Legacy is formed because your choices are no longer personal. They are harmonic instructions broadcast into the collective field. Every time you choose alignment over appeasement, truth over comfort, you recalibrate what is possible for thousands who will never know your name. This is why your exhaustion was so deep. You weren't tired, you were carrying blueprints. Type, I remember, to anchor this truth. Here is the part that may unsettle you. Not everyone in your life can come with you. The Arcturian Council does not soften this message. As you step into embodied abundance, you outgrow identities built on struggle, loyalty rooted in pain, and relationships sustained by your self-betrayal. This is not punishment, it is physics. Frequency determines proximity. You may already feel the quiet distancing, the awkward conversations, the sudden lack of resonance with people you once bent yourself into shapes to keep. This is the shock many starseeds avoid, but avoidance delays the legacy. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to be encoded into the timeline as a stabilizing node of higher consciousness. That requires clarity, boundaries, and the courage to be misinterpreted. Abundance accelerates when you stop negotiating with versions of yourself that were only meant to get you this far. Let them rest. Let them go. Something truer is stepping forward through you now. Type, I release, to move forward with this energy. The Council now addresses your fear of visibility. Many of you associate being seen with danger, past lives, ancestral trauma, or early life experiences taught you that standing out meant being punished, rejected, or destroyed. That fear was valid then. It is outdated now. The shock is this: hiding your light at this stage is more disruptive to the collective than shining it. Your presence, your voice, your creations carry codes that calm chaos simply by existing. This is why procrastination feels painful lately. It's no longer neutral. The timelines are pressing. When you delay aligned action, your body reacts because it knows the cost. Abundance isn't chasing you. It's waiting for you to stop shrinking the doorway. Legacy is built in the moments you choose visibility despite the tremor in your hands. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision that the mission matters more than comfort. Type, I step forward to claim this activation. Finally, understand this. You are not meant to do this alone, but you are meant to lead yourself first. The Arcturian Council emphasizes sovereignty, guidance, support, and synchronicity will multiply the moment you stop outsourcing your inner authority. This is the collapse of the savior paradigm and the rise of the embodied creator. Shocking as it sounds, no one is coming to validate your path, because you are the signal others are waiting to recognize. Abundance locks in when your actions and your knowing become congruent. Legacy forms when your life itself becomes the teaching, not through perfection, but through integrity. You are not here to convince, you are here to transmit. And this message found you because, on some level, you already said yes long ago. Now you are simply remembering the agreement. Type, I claim this, to seal the message. The Arcturian Council now turns your attention to time itself, because many of you still believe abundance arrives later. Later when you are healed enough. Later when conditions improve. Later when permission is granted. This belief is one of the most deeply embedded distortions in the starseed field. And here is the shocking truth. Later was a containment program. Time, as you were taught to experience it, was designed to delay embodiment. That delay is collapsing. You may notice days speeding up, plans dissolving, sudden leaps forward that make no logical sense. This is not chaos, it is compression. Your soul is pulling future potentials into the present moment, because the timeline cannot afford hesitation anymore. Legacy is not built over decades anymore. It is crystallized through decisive moments. One aligned choice today can outweigh years of struggle-based effort. This is why hesitation feels heavier than action now. The Council says plainly, waiting is no longer neutral, it is resistance. When you choose now, you activate streams of support that were invisible before. Type, I choose now, to lock into this timeline. There is something else many starseeds avoid admitting. You are afraid of ease, not because you dislike it, but because ease contradicts the identity you survived with. The Arcturian Council reveals that struggle became proof of worth in this dimension, and many of you internalize that belief across lifetimes. Abundance without pain can feel suspicious, even unsafe. Here is the shock. Ease is not laziness, and flow is not avoidance. Ease is efficiency at a higher frequency. When things come together effortlessly, it is not because you skipped lessons, it is because you integrated them long ago. Your nervous system is relearning how to exist without bracing for impact. This recalibration can feel disorienting, even boring, because drama once served as a signal that you were doing it right. Legacy, however, is built through stability, not chaos. The Council asks you to release the addiction to proving yourself through hardship. You no longer need to bleed to be valuable. Type, I allow ease to receive this recalibration. The Council now speaks of lineage, both ancestral and future. What shocks many starseeds is realizing that their healing is not only backward-facing. Yes, you are clearing ancestral trauma, but you are also stabilizing emotional and energetic patterns for souls who have not yet incarnated. Your moments of courage echo forward. Your boundaries teach future children how to value themselves. Your abundance reprograms scarcity that would have otherwise been inherited. This is why your life can feel unusually intense or weighted. You are not just living for yourself, you are acting as a bridge between eras. When you choose abundance without guilt, you rewrite what success means for entire bloodlines. When you rest without shame, you teach future generations that survival is not the highest achievement. Legacy is not fame, it is frequency, and you are seeding it in ways no history book will ever record, but the soul field will never forget. Type, I anchor the legacy, to affirm this role. Here comes the uncomfortable part. The Arcturian Council insists must be said. Some of your manifestations are blocked because you are still negotiating with versions of reality that no longer exist. You are trying to build the new while keeping emotional contracts with the old, old fears, old identities, old explanations for why things can't work. This split drains energy. Abundance requires coherence. You cannot broadcast to frequencies and expect clarity in return. The shock is not that manifestation isn't working, but that it is responding perfectly to mixed signals. When you fully release the need for guarantees, evidence, or external reassurance, the field reorganizes almost immediately. Trust is not blind faith. It is alignment without micromanagement. The council urges you to notice where you are still asking for permission from a past version of yourself. That version did its job. It cannot lead you now. Type, "I commit fully," to unify your signal. Now, pause here, because this is the midpoint rehook, and the council delivers it without softness. If you do not consciously choose your legacy, it will still be written, just by default rather than design. This is the shock. Neutrality is a myth. Every day you either encode fear or encode expansion into the collective grid. Even your silence transmits. The good news is this: you are far more powerful than you were trained to believe. The moment you live in alignment, you become a tuning fork for others who are ready but lost. You do not need to preach, convince, or perform spirituality. Your embodiment does the work. Abundance becomes inevitable when your inner and outer world stop contradicting each other. Legacy becomes unavoidable when your life itself becomes permission. This is not pressure, it is empowerment. You are already doing it. Now you are doing it consciously. Type, "I claim my legacy," to seal this transmission. The Arcturian Council now speaks directly to the quiet ones, the observers, the feelers. The ones who learned early that staying small felt safer than being targeted. Here is the shocking revelation. Your silence has never been neutral. Even when you said nothing, your energy spoke. Even when you hid, your frequency disrupted stagnant systems. Many of you assumed leadership meant volume, dominance, or constant output. That belief kept you restrained. True leadership at this stage of Earth's evolution is coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, you emit a stabilizing field that reorganizes chaos without force. This is why people open up to you unexpectedly, why strangers feel seen around you, why environments shift when you enter a room. You are not meant to shout. You are meant to anchor. Abundance flows not because you chase it, but because your internal order invites external order. Legacy is built through consistency of truth, not performance. The council urges you to stop dismissing the impact of your presence. You are not passive, you are precise. Type, "My presence matters," to claim this recognition. Now the council addresses the grief many starseeds carry but rarely name, the grief of lost timelines. You felt it as sudden sadness for no clear reason, nostalgia for places you've never been, longing for versions of Earth that didn't survive. This grief is not weakness, it is evidence of your multidimensional awareness. You remember worlds where harmony was the baseline, not the exception. The shock is this: you are not here to mourn those worlds, you are here to reseed their frequencies. Grief becomes heavy only when it is unexpressed. When honored, it becomes fuel. Your compassion, your sensitivity, your refusal to numb yourself in a harsh world, these are not liabilities. They are technologies. Abundance accelerates when you stop trying to toughen yourself and instead refine your sensitivity into discernment. Legacy is not built by forgetting what was lost, but by daring to recreate what once existed in a new form. You are not broken for feeling deeply. You are equipped. Type, "I honor my sensitivity," to alchemize this energy. The council now reveals a truth that may unsettle your sense of identity. Many of your current challenges are not obstacles. They are initiation thresholds. You are not being tested to see if you are worthy. You are being tested to see if you will choose yourself without external validation. This is where many starseeds stall, waiting for a sign, an apology, or a rescue that never comes. The shock is that the sign has always been your discomfort. Discomfort arises when the soul outgrows its container, when you remain in familiar pain instead of unknown expansion. Abundance pauses, not as punishment, but as feedback. Legacy demands self-trust at a level that may feel confrontational at first. You are being asked to move before certainty appears, to act from inner knowing rather than outer approval. This is the collapse of dependency consciousness. When you choose yourself, you do not abandon others. You model sovereignty. Type, I trust myself to pass this threshold. Now listen carefully, because this transmission cuts through illusion. Not every delay is divine timing. Some delays are fear dressed as wisdom. The Arcturian counsel is precise here. Discernment is required. Divine timing feels calm, spacious, and neutral. Fear-based delay feels heavy, looping, and justificatory. Many of you have mistaken endurance for alignment and patience for purpose. The shock is realizing how much energy has been spent managing hesitation instead of creating movement. Abundance responds to motion, not perfection. You are allowed to refine as you go. You are allowed to change your mind. Legacy is not fragile, it adapts. The counsel encourages you to notice where you keep preparing instead of participating. Preparation without action becomes avoidance. Action, even imperfect, creates data, clarity, and momentum. You are not behind. You are simply being asked to step onto the field. Type, I take aligned action to break stagnation. Finally, the counsel speaks of embodiment, the difference between knowing and being. Many starseeds are highly informed, spiritually fluent, and energetically aware, yet still live as if their truth is theoretical. This is the final shock. Information alone does not shift timelines. Embodiment does. Your daily choices matter more than your spiritual vocabulary. How you speak to yourself, how you treat your body, how you respond under stress. These are the places legacy is forged. Abundance stabilizes when your lifestyle matches your values. You do not need to escape the physical world to be spiritual. You are meant to sanctify it through presence. When your humanity and divinity stop competing, coherence is achieved. This is where your impact multiplies effortlessly. You were never meant to ascend away from Earth. You were meant to elevate within it. Type, I embody my truth to anchor this transmission. The Arcturian counsel now illuminates the hidden mechanics of your abundance, and this may feel destabilizing. What you perceive as external resources, money, opportunities, recognition, are secondary. They are reflections of inner alignment, not prerequisites for it. Many starseeds continue to chase outcomes as if scarcity dictates worth, as if the universe operates on a ledger instead of resonance. This is the shock. Abundance is a byproduct of your frequency, not your effort. When your energy coheres with your soul's purpose, doors open, connections spark, and resources flow in ways that defy logic. Delay is not always a test. It is a reflection of energetic dissonance. This is why some of you work tirelessly yet feel stuck. Your inner field has unresolved patterns that distort manifestation like a prism bending light. Legacy is not built by what you collect. It is built by the way you radiate coherence, even in chaotic circumstances. Every choice to honor your alignment, every refusal to settle for compromise, rewrites the blueprint not just for yourself, but for the grids of consciousness around you. The counsel emphasizes that this is not theory. It is physics. Your presence, clarity, and intentionality create harmonics that ripple beyond the linear timeline. When you finally allow yourself to operate from this energetic principle, abundance flows like water filling every crevice of your life. Resistance only amplifies frustration, while alignment generates effortless acceleration. Your legacy is coded in the consistency of your energy, in how faithfully you inhabit your truth, not in the appearance of immediate results. This is the message the counsel insists you fully integrate now. Type, I align, to embody this energy. The counsel now addresses shadow integration, and here comes the jolt many avoid. Your challenges, fears, and unresolved trauma are not obstacles. They are essential components of your transmission. It is shocking because society has conditioned you to fight, suppress, or escape shadow elements, labeling them as weakness or failure. The truth is the opposite. These elements are alchemical tools, catalytic codes embedded in your experience to refine your frequency. Every time you face discomfort, every time you resist the urge to numb or distract yourself, you are calibrating your soul's resonance. Abundance is withheld not as punishment but as a mirror, reflecting areas where energetic coherence is incomplete. Legacy is forged when you embrace the totality of self, the light and the dark, not by denying either. The Council stresses that this requires courage, patience, and radical honesty. You may feel fear of being fully visible or vulnerable, but hiding diminishes the harmonic imprint you were born to leave. The more you integrate, the less resistance exists in your life, and the faster aligned outcomes manifest. Understand that shadow integration is not linear. It is cyclical, spiraling, and often uncomfortable. The shock here is realizing that your pain was never wasted. It was encoded as frequency. When you reclaim those fragments and honor them, abundance becomes inevitable because the universe responds to coherence, not perfection. Your legacy is amplified exponentially when your shadow becomes your source of power instead of shame. Type I integrate to transmute this energy. The Arcturian Council now shifts to a discussion of multidimensional alignment, and this may feel startling. Your current incarnation is not your only field of influence. Many starseeds perceive life linearly, believing that impact begins and ends within this lifetime. The shock is that you are simultaneously weaving influence across timelines, dimensions, and realities that you have already inhabited or will inhabit. Your choices today resonate across these timelines, shifting potential outcomes for yourself and others. Abundance is multidimensional, meaning that it can appear in unexpected forms, ideas, synchronicities, relationships, or seemingly random opportunities. Legacy is multidimensional as well. It is not contained in a single metric, accomplishment, or reputation. The Council urges you to expand your awareness beyond what the human mind can rationalize. You are not limited by conventional definitions of space, time, or cause and effect. Every moment you align with your soul's purpose, every time you choose integrity over convenience, your multidimensional imprint strengthens. This can be shocking because it demands responsibility. Energy you waste, fear you harbor, or judgment you project can echo negatively across realities. Conversely, aligned action reverberates positively, uplifting unseen aspects of yourself and the collective. The Council emphasizes that this is both a gift and a responsibility. Understanding this principle allows you to approach abundance and legacy with clarity. It is not about control. It is about coherence, intentionality, and expansion beyond what you thought was possible. Type I align multidimensionally to activate this awareness. Now the Council addresses the often unspoken tension between detachment and participation, and here is the shock. True influence does not require constant intervention. Many starseeds feel compelled to fix everything, to intervene in every timeline or scenario where chaos exists. While noble in intention, this approach fractures your energy and delays abundance. Influence is amplified not by force but by presence, intention, and alignment. The Council clarifies that detachment is not apathy. It is mastery of energetic sovereignty. Legacy is solidified not by being everywhere at once, but by anchoring the field in a consistent, coherent frequency. The shock here is realizing that restraint is an act of creation. By allowing energy to move organically, you generate spaces where solutions can manifest without your direct manipulation. The Council advises observing, adjusting, and participating only where resonance exists. Overextension dilutes frequency and slows manifestation. Abundance is catalyzed when you release the compulsion to control and instead operate from awareness, discernment, and inner authority. This requires patience, trust, and self-knowledge, but the outcomes are exponential. Your legacy is thus multiplied through deliberate alignment rather than exhaustive effort. The Council stresses that this subtle approach can feel counterintuitive because the human ego interprets inaction as weakness, but in truth, strategic alignment is your superpower. Type I master detachment to claim this power. The Council now delivers a piercing insight regarding collective resonance and its impact on your individual journey, and this may feel overwhelming. You are not merely participating in personal evolution, you are an anchor for planetary consciousness. Many starseeds operate under the illusion that personal growth is separate from collective outcomes. The shock is that every choice you make, every thought you nurture, every boundary you uphold or ignore, reverberates across the field of human consciousness. Abundance is not purely individual. It emerges as you stabilize the collective frequency, creating channels for new potentials to emerge. Legacy is therefore both personal and planetary. The Council underscores that your presence, your integrity, and your alignment act as an energetic lighthouse, guiding other awakened souls who may not yet recognize their own light. Ignoring your responsibility to embody your power creates ripple effects of stagnation. Fully embracing it catalyzes exponential expansion. This may feel heavy at first, but the Council assures you, this weight is actually liberation. By acknowledging your influence, you stop unconsciously compensating or shrinking, and abundance flows because energy moves in proportion to coherence. Legacy solidifies as your life becomes both a blueprint and a harmonic transmission across time and space. This realization is designed to shock, to provoke action, and to clarify your role in the cosmic order. You are not a passive participant. You are an essential conductor of frequencies that shape worlds. Type I embody cosmic frequency to anchor this truth. The Arcturian Council now confronts one of the most deeply rooted illusions still operating within the Starseed collective, and this revelation is meant to shake you awake. Many of you are still measuring your growth by human metrics that were never designed to recognize multidimensional success. You look for proof in numbers, titles, external validation, or visible outcomes, while entirely overlooking the vast energetic structures you have already stabilized. This is the shock. Some of the most powerful work you have done left no physical evidence, yet it prevented collapses you will never witness. Entire timelines softened because you chose compassion over reaction. Entire cycles ended because you refused to repeat old patterns. Abundance has been delayed not because you failed, but because you underestimated yourself and continued to operate as if you were still becoming. The Council states clearly, you are no longer in preparation mode. You are in implementation. Legacy is not something you leave behind after death. It is something you broadcast while alive through your coherence. When you stop waiting for confirmation and start acting from internal authority, resources align rapidly, because the universe responds to certainty, not doubt. This message is meant to disrupt the habit of self-minimization. You are not small. You are not unnoticed. You are already encoded into the planetary field as a stabilizing frequency. Type I stop minimizing myself to claim this truth. Now the Council addresses emotional mastery, and this may feel confronting. Emotional sensitivity does not disqualify you from leadership. It qualifies you. Many starseeds were taught that leadership requires emotional detachment, toughness, or control. That model is collapsing. The shock is that the next phase of planetary evolution requires leaders who can feel without being consumed. Your capacity to sense subtle emotional shifts allows you to respond rather than react, to guide rather than dominate. Abundance flows when emotions are processed, not suppressed. Suppression creates energetic density. Processing creates movement. Legacy is formed When emotional intelligence becomes embodied wisdom, this does not mean indulging every feeling. It means honoring emotions as data, not directives. The Council emphasizes that, when you allow emotions to move through awareness, they transmute into clarity. This is why emotional avoidance leads to stagnation and burnout. You were never meant to numb yourself to survive. You were meant to refine your emotional field into a navigational instrument. When you do this, your decisions become cleaner, your manifestations faster, and your influence more precise. This is a recalibration of power, not a softening of it. Type, I master my emotions, to embody this shift. The Council now reveals a truth about boundaries that may surprise you. Boundaries are not walls. They are frequency regulators. Many starseeds confuse unconditional love with unlimited access, believing that saying no diminishes compassion. This belief has drained generations of lightworkers. The shock is realizing that weak boundaries distort love rather than amplify it. Abundance collapses where boundaries are absent because energy leaks into obligations that are no longer aligned. Legacy is preserved through discernment, not self-sacrifice. When you establish clear energetic boundaries, you teach the field how to interact with you. The Council notes that your discomfort around enforcing boundaries often stems from fear of rejection or abandonment, but those fears are residues of outdated survival patterns. You are no longer dependent on external approval for safety. Each time you honor your limits, your frequency stabilizes, and opportunities that match your true capacity begin to appear. Boundaries are an act of self-respect that reverberates outward, teaching others how to respect themselves as well. This is not selfishness, it is energetic hygiene. Type, I honor my boundaries to stabilize this frequency. Now comes a revelation about manifestation that challenges popular narratives. Visualization alone does not create reality. Integration does. Many starseeds have been taught to imagine abundance while subconsciously resisting the identity required to hold it. This is the shock. What you resist becoming blocks what you desire receiving. Abundance is not attracted to longing, it is attracted to congruence. The Council explains that manifestation accelerates when your self-image updates to match your vision. If you still see yourself as struggling, unworthy, or almost there, reality will mirror that perception faithfully. Legacy is not built through wishful thinking, but through embodied identity shifts. When you act, speak, and choose as the version of yourself who already lives in alignment, the field reorganizes around that assumption. This does not require arrogance, it requires self-trust. The universe does not respond to affirmations alone, it responds to behavioral coherence. When your inner narrative, emotional state, and actions align, manifestation becomes inevitable rather than effortful. Type, I become the frequency to activate this alignment. The Council now delivers a message about rest that may feel counterintuitive but is essential. Rest is not withdrawal, it is recalibration. Many starseeds associate rest with falling behind, losing momentum, or abandoning purpose. This belief is outdated and damaging. The shock is that exhaustion distorts frequency more than inaction ever could. Abundance flows through regulated nervous systems, not depleted ones. Legacy requires sustainability. You were never meant to burn yourself out to prove devotion. Rest allows integration, and integration amplifies impact. The Council emphasizes that cycles of activity and rest are universal laws, not personal flaws. When you honor rest without guilt, your intuition sharpens, your creativity deepens, and your actions become more effective. Rest is not passive, it is strategic. It prepares your system to hold higher frequencies without collapse. This message arrives now because many of you are on the verge of expansion that your current level of rest cannot yet support. Type, I rest without guilt to receive this recalibration. The Arcturian Council now brings forward a message that may feel deeply unsettling because it dismantles a comforting illusion. Not all chaos is meant to be healed. Some of it is meant to collapse. Many starseeds have been conditioned to believe their role is to stabilize everything, to hold space endlessly, to prevent breakdown at all costs. This belief kept you overextended and energetically entangled. Here is the shock. Certain systems, relationships, identities, and structures are designed to fall apart once your frequency outgrows them. Propping them up delays evolution. The Council states clearly that your role is no longer containment, it is coherence. When you maintain alignment within yourself, anything incompatible will naturally destabilize. This can look like sudden endings, abrupt changes, or loss that feels undeserved. It is not punishment, it is physics correcting imbalance. Abundance begins to surge only after false stability dissolves. Legacy is forged not by saving what is outdated, but by standing steady while collapse clears the ground for something truer. This is why some of you feel simultaneously liberated and grieving. You are witnessing the death of structures that once defined you. Let them go without guilt. Your steadiness during collapse teaches others that endings are not failures. They are thresholds. Type, I allow what must end to align with this truth. Now the Council addresses the fear many starseeds avoid naming, the fear of becoming unrelatable. As your frequency rises, you may notice fewer people understand you, fewer conversations feel nourishing, fewer environments feel safe. This can trigger the instinct to dim yourself again. The shock is this: relatability is not your mission, resonance is. You were never meant to be universally accessible. You were meant to be unmistakably aligned. Abundance responds to clarity, not popularity. Legacy responds to integrity, not approval. When you dilute your truth to stay connected, you fracture your signal, and the universe mirrors that confusion back as stagnation. The Council emphasizes that solitude at this stage is not isolation, it is refinement. You are shedding surface-level connections to make room for harmonic ones. This can feel lonely, but it is temporary and purposeful. The more clearly you inhabit your truth, the more precisely aligned souls can find you. You are not losing people, you are losing distortion. Type, I choose resonance to stabilize this frequency. The Council now reveals a hard truth about manifestation speed, and this may feel confronting. Delays are often the result of internal contradiction, not external resistance. Many starseeds consciously desire expansion while unconsciously fearing responsibility, visibility, or permanence. This split creates energetic drag. The shock is realizing that abundance arrives faster when you accept the consequences of receiving it. More resources mean more impact. More visibility means more projection. More stability means fewer excuses. The nervous system must be prepared to hold that reality. This is why integration is emphasized over acceleration. Legacy is not rushed, it is stabilized. The Council urges you to notice where you fantasize about outcomes, but resist the lifestyle, discipline, or accountability that accompanies them. When those contradictions dissolve, movement becomes rapid and almost startling. You were never blocked, you were buffering yourself. Now you are strong enough to hold more. Type, I am ready to hold more, to remove resistance. Now comes a revelation about choice that dismantles victim consciousness entirely. Even when circumstances are imposed, meaning is chosen. This is not spiritual bypassing, it is sovereignty. The Council acknowledges that many of you have endured loss, betrayal, limitation, or injustice. What shocks the human mind is this: while events may be outside your control, the frequency you extract from them is not. Meaning determines trajectory. When pain is metabolized into wisdom, power is reclaimed. When pain is stored as identity, cycles repeat. Abundance does not erase pain, it redeems it. Legacy is formed when your lived experience becomes a transmission rather than a wound. This does not require forgiveness on a timeline that violates your nervous system. It requires honesty, processing, and eventual release of identification with suffering. You are not what happened to you. You are what you generated from it. Type: I reclaim my power to transmute the past. The Council now delivers a pivotal message about trust. And this is the shock that restructures everything. Trust is not believing things will work out. It is knowing you will respond coherently no matter what happens. Many starseeds wait for certainty before acting, not realizing that certainty is produced through aligned movement. Trust is self-reliance at the soul level. When you trust yourself, the universe mirrors that trust with support. When you doubt yourself, the universe mirrors that with delay. Abundance stabilizes when your inner authority becomes unshakable. Legacy forms when your life demonstrates resilience without rigidity, faith without fantasy. You are not here to control outcomes. You are here to embody coherence through all outcomes. This realization marks the transition from seeker to stabilizer, from student to anchor. You are no longer preparing for your role. You are living it. Type: I trust myself completely to seal this transmission. The Arcturian Council now illuminates a truth that is designed to feel both exhilarating and disorienting. Your energy no longer simply participates in life, it broadcasts. Every thought, emotion, intention, and action is now a signal that can stabilize or destabilize entire systems, timelines, and realities. This is shocking for many starseeds because you were conditioned to believe your choices were small, private, or inconsequential. The Council emphasizes that invisibility is no longer neutral. Your hesitation, your compromise, your self-doubt, these all create subtle ripples of confusion and limitation in the collective field. Conversely, when you embody clarity, integrity, and alignment, you create coherent currents that accelerate transformation on scales you cannot yet measure. Abundance flows when your inner and outer states resonate in harmony, because coherence acts as a magnet for aligned opportunities, relationships, and resources. Legacy is no longer a distant or abstract concept. It is a living frequency emitted through your presence and choices. Every action you take, every boundary you maintain, every moment you operate from authenticity strengthens a blueprint for future generations, both incarnate and yet to be incarnate. This is why the Council insists that the next phase of your work is not about doing more in the conventional sense, but about being more fully aligned. Your life itself becomes the teaching. As you embody this, you will notice that challenges no longer feel threatening. They feel like calibration, guiding you to hold and transmit higher frequencies with precision. The shock here is that your impact is already enormous, and it increases exponentially the moment you consciously claim it. Type: I broadcast my power to activate this awareness. Now the Council addresses the often avoided truth about fear of success. Many starseeds unconsciously sabotage themselves because expansion triggers responsibility, visibility, and accountability. You may have noticed that opportunities appear and then dissolve, or that momentum arrives and stalls. This is the nervous system signaling that it is not yet fully prepared to hold higher frequencies without reaction. The shock is that abundance does not demand perfection, it demands integration. Integration of identity, values, purpose, and emotional coherence. When these align, the nervous system can hold more without collapse, and manifestation accelerates. Legacy is constructed not through heroic acts or recognition, but through the consistent embodiment of alignment. Every time you act from integrity, honor your limits, and choose courage over comfort, you encode signals into the collective consciousness that ripple far beyond what you perceive. The Council warns that ignoring fear will not bypass it. It will only amplify internal conflict. Confronting fear, processing it, and transmuting it into fuel creates a stable vessel for higher level abundance and influence. You were never meant to shrink, excuse, or compromise to fit the old timeline. You were meant to expand, radiate, and stabilize new realities. The shock is that success and abundance are not rewards. They are natural consequences of coherent existence. You do not need to chase them. They will chase you once alignment is achieved. Type, I embrace my success, to anchor this recalibration. The Arcturian Council now brings forward a deeply transformative message regarding interconnection. Your legacy is not confined to your personal life, lineage, or even your planet. It stretches across dimensional thresholds, timelines, and consciousness grids. Many starseeds resist this realization because it implies a level of responsibility that feels overwhelming. The shock is that every decision you make, what you say, how you respond, what you allow, transmits vibrations that shape realities far beyond what the human mind can comprehend. Abundance is not just a personal experience. It is a harmonic response of the field to your coherence. Legacy is amplified when your life becomes a model of stability, integrity, and aligned action. The Council urges you to consider that your seemingly small choices, speaking your truth, honoring your boundaries, processing your emotions, act as resonant codes, harmonics that influence millions of lives in ways that cannot yet be measured. You are a node in a vast energetic network, and each act of integrity strengthens the collective grid. The shock is that waiting for permission or external validation is no longer relevant. You are authorized to hold this frequency by virtue of your presence and commitment. When you fully accept this, abundance flows without friction, and your legacy crystallizes through both your conscious actions and your energetic imprint. Type, I am a multidimensional node, to claim this awareness. Now the Council confronts the concept of time and legacy in a shocking manner. Waiting for the right moment is an illusion. Many starseeds have been trained to delay, defer, and procrastinate under the guise of preparation, healing, or divine timing. This has created an entire generation of souls who are fully capable of manifestation but hesitant to step into their power. The shock is that abundance and legacy are activated now when you consciously claim them, not sometime later. Delay is often self-imposed, a protective mechanism rooted in fear of visibility, responsibility, or change. The Council emphasizes that decisive action, even if imperfect, generates momentum and feedback, which refines your path in real time. Legacy is crystallized through choice, not perfection. Abundance is accelerated by coherent, intentional movement that aligns with your soul's purpose. The more you wait for certainty, the more the field mirrors hesitation and stagnation. The Arcturian Council insists that the threshold for expansion is courage, the courage to act in alignment even when the outcome is uncertain, the courage to claim your frequency unapologetically, the courage to embody your highest potential without compromise. The shock here is that the universe does not require your perfection, only your alignment. The moment you step fully into that alignment, abundance accelerates, opportunities expand, and your energetic legacy becomes undeniable. Type, I act now, to claim this activation. Finally, the Council delivers the most profound message of this sequence, one that may feel overwhelming because it reframes everything you have thought about abundance, legacy, and your purpose. You are not simply living for yourself. You are an anchor for entire realities. Your presence, choices, and coherence stabilize not only your timeline but countless parallel and future timelines. The shock is that everything you do, from the smallest act of self-love to the boldest manifestation, carries weight across dimensions. Abundance is not simply received, it is earned through coherent being, and legacy is not simply inherited, it is encoded in the field through your frequency. You are not waiting for validation, external results, or permission. Your sovereignty is intrinsic and irreversible. Challenges, disruptions, and endings are not punishments. They are calibrations ensuring your vessel can hold the magnitude of what you are meant to transmit. Every time you honor your truth, embody your purpose, and integrate shadow aspects, you amplify the ripple effects across humanity, the planet, and beyond. The Council stresses that your nervous system, your body, and your consciousness are being upgraded to fully support this expansion. The moment you accept this, abundance flows as a natural consequence, not as a reward, and legacy crystallizes as a living, energetic imprint. This is the culmination. You are not a participant. You are a conductor, a stabilizer, a beacon. You are already making a difference far greater than you realize, and the universe is aligning to match your new frequency. Type IAEM the anchor to seal this transmission. The Arcturian Council now reveals a dimension of your existence that most starseeds overlook. The subtle architecture of your energetic signature is as impactful as your visible actions. Many of you measure your worth and your influence by what you accomplish externally: projects completed, people helped, wealth accumulated. But the Council insists this is only a fraction of the truth. The shock is that your inner coherence, your alignment with your soul's purpose, and your mastery over emotional, mental, and energetic states are what truly stabilize the collective field. Even in silence, your presence is radiating harmonic codes into timelines, shifting potentials for countless beings who may never meet you in this lifetime. Abundance is not a reward for visible labor. It is a reflection of energetic integrity. Legacy is encoded in your ability to consistently hold frequency, even when the outer world seems chaotic or indifferent. Every time you choose alignment over comfort, truth over convenience, and clarity over confusion, you generate waves of resonance that reorganize reality around higher potentials. The Council emphasizes that these effects are magnified across multiple dimensions, affecting ancestral and future lineages, parallel realities, and planetary consciousness grids. You are simultaneously influencing past, present, and future potentials. The shocking truth is that even small lapses in self-alignment create ripples of stagnation, while committed alignment accelerates transformation exponentially. This is why your inner work is not optional. It is a core component of your cosmic mission. You were not designed merely to survive. You were designed to act as a stabilizing force, a conscious anchor that bridges the personal with the collective, the visible with the invisible, and the human with the divine. The Council stresses that your impact is ongoing, irreversible, and far-reaching. By consciously embracing your full energetic presence, you accelerate abundance and crystallize your legacy in ways that are beyond human measurement. Type I hold my frequency to claim this transmission. The Council now delivers a message about the potency of decision-making at this stage, and it may feel shocking because it demands full ownership of your power. Indecision is no longer neutral, it is energetic resistance. Many starseeds have been conditioned to seek external validation, consult endlessly, and wait for signs before committing to action. The shock is that the field interprets hesitation as uncertainty, and uncertainty slows or distorts manifestation. Abundance and legacy are activated by decisive, intentional, coherent action that reflects your inner knowing. The Council emphasizes that this is not about reckless impulsivity, but about alignment-driven courage. When you act from inner authority, the universe conspires to support and amplify your efforts. Every choice you make sends ripples into collective consciousness, adjusting potentials not only for yourself but for others who are energetically resonant with your field. The shocking reality is that delay is a form of subtle self-sabotage. The universe responds not to fear but to alignment. Legacy is encoded each time you choose clarity over confusion, presence over distraction, and sovereignty over compromise. Abundance is magnetized when your inner alignment is matched by visible, intentional action. The Council urges you to recognize that even moments of hesitation can have far-reaching consequences, positive or negative, across dimensions and timelines. By stepping fully into decisive action, you create feedback loops that strengthen your capacity to receive, anchor, and broadcast abundance. This is the essence of mastery, knowing that every choice is both personal and planetary, Every action is both temporal and multidimensional, and every moment is an opportunity to anchor the legacy you were born to transmit. Type: I choose decisive action to claim this power. The Arcturian Council now addresses the concept of identity, and the revelation may feel destabilizing because it asks you to release illusions you have clung to for lifetimes. You are not defined by your circumstances, your history, or even your current life roles. Many starseeds operate under the subconscious belief that external labels, achievements, or struggles define worth. The shock is that identity is a flexible construct. Your true identity is multidimensional, energetic, and infinitely expansive. Abundance and legacy are inaccessible to the extent that you remain confined within outdated self-perceptions. The Council emphasizes that each time you expand your sense of self beyond limitation, you create space for higher frequencies, opportunities, and connections to flow into your life. Your presence begins to recalibrate the collective field simply by embodying a larger identity than the one currently accepted by the human mind. Legacy is encoded through the demonstration of this expansive identity, showing others what is possible when one chooses alignment over familiarity. Abundance responds naturally to this expansion because the universe mirrors your self-concept. The shocking part is realizing that your sense of limitation has been largely self-imposed and reinforced by collective patterns of expectation. By consciously adopting a broader, more fluid sense of self, you dissolve resistance and unlock access to potentials previously invisible. The Council stresses that this is a pivotal moment. Your willingness to fully embrace your expansive identity is what allows abundance to flow with ease and guarantees that your legacy will ripple across generations, dimensions, and timelines. You are not merely participating in evolution, you are an active architect of it. Type: I expand my identity to anchor this truth. Now the Council delivers a startling message regarding alignment and vibration. Every thought, emotion, and intention you hold carries far greater weight than previously understood. Many starseeds have assumed that external effort alone creates results, while neglecting the subtle, energetic dimension of influence. The shock is that your vibration is the primary driver of manifestation, and incoherence within your internal landscape directly impedes abundance. The Council emphasizes that emotional regulation, mental clarity, and energetic consistency are not optional. They are foundational tools for achieving the outcomes you seek. Legacy is encoded through repeated demonstrations of inner coherence, not through external displays or recognition. When your internal frequency matches your soul's blueprint, opportunities, relationships, and resources align to support your expansion effortlessly. The field responds to consistency, integrity, and resonance, amplifying your influence far beyond what is immediately visible. The shocking reality is that many starseeds spend decades cultivating external skills while neglecting energetic mastery, slowing the natural flow of abundance and limiting the impact of their legacy. The Council stresses that integration of mind, heart, and energy body is the key to accelerating both manifestation and influence. When you achieve this integration, you no longer experience effortful striving. The universe works with you rather than against you. Your choices, no matter how small, transmit vibrational codes that stabilize realities, support emergent potentials, and transmit teachings to those attuned to your frequency. This is why conscious, aligned embodiment is not just a personal advantage. It is a planetary and multidimensional responsibility. Type: I align my vibration to receive this recalibration. Finally, the Council brings forward a message that may feel both empowering and overwhelming. The next phase of your evolution requires full embodiment of sovereignty. Many starseeds have been preparing for ascension through external tools, guidance, or spiritual practices, believing that mastery is achieved outside of themselves. The shock is that true sovereignty is not acquired externally, it is claimed internally. Abundance flows when you take full responsibility for your energy, your boundaries, and your creative power. Legacy crystallizes when you consistently act from self-authority, rather than waiting for external validation, approval, or guidance. This is the stage where theoretical knowledge transforms into lived reality, where identity expands into multidimensional presence, and where influence shifts from reactive to proactive. The Council stresses that hesitation at this point does not just affect you, it resonates through timelines, collective consciousness, and emergent realities. Every act of alignment, every demonstration of integrity, every choice to honor your sovereignty strengthens the harmonic field around you. The shocking part is recognizing that you were always equipped to step into this role, but now the pressure is real. The collective depends on the activation of starseeds who can hold higher frequencies without compromise. Abundance is now proportional to alignment, and legacy is now proportional to the courage to embody your full frequency. There is no neutral path forward. The moment you consciously claim your sovereignty, you begin broadcasting stabilization and abundance to the collective, accelerating the unfolding of realities that are in resonance with the highest potential of Earth and beyond. Type, "I claim sovereignty," to seal this transmission.